Welcome to my channel, SteveO the Window Cleaner. Today we're going to talk about the different towels that we use for window cleaning and what we use them for. So let's get to it. Okay, so we have all of our towels on this lovely shelf here. Alex always likes to fold them. I'm not very particular about it, but it is a lot better organized. So the towels that we really use are surgical towels, which are here. I love these ones especially though. These ones are just, and we'll go over more kind of why I like those ones so much. Bath towels, the famous bath towels, kind of old school traditional way of kind of cleaning up your mess, cleaning up frames. And then over there we have a, let me hand it. This is a waffle weave dry me a river microfiber towel from the Rag company. The blue ones right there, these blue ones are the same ones, just smaller. This one's about the size of a scrim. This one's about the size of a surgical towel. We'll go more over those. And then of course we have the Xero fish scale towel. So I kind of show you how I use these throughout the day. Okay, so this is kind of a perfect place to show you how I use my commercial towels. I usually only use two kind of towels for commercial, a bath towel and the blue surgical towels. So let's just say, for instance, because if I usually fan tops, I won't detail the top, but for the sake of it, let's just do straight pulls here. And I'll show you basically how you're going to use a bath towel and surgical towels to help detail this top set of glass. So after I get done straight pulling it, I will just detail the top. I don't really detail edges because I don't jam edges. If you ever see my videos go like this, it's just out of like muscle memory. I'm used to doing it, but I don't really drag them down these sides because I find what they can do is they can create more streaks. The top where I'm pulling from, here's why you're doing straight pulls. You're doing straight pulls, that residue is not going to be completely gone, but nobody's ever going to see it. That's the kind of thing with straight pulls, is that yes, it is not going to be perfect up here, but once you straight pull from it and rag it, you're fine. So this is where I use my big bath towel. My big bath towel is used to detail these frames. Always, on any kind of storefront, restaurant, anything, that's what this big bath towel is for. So I just make sure that's clean. That's one of the biggest things I see and why I get jobs from other companies, especially fish. It works out really well. So, and then for, let's say, a normal commercial door like this, we got rubber seals on the side, blah, blah, blah. So you squeegee it. And what I find is they usually just have a little droplet on my left and right, and I only detail to eye level. Usually I don't really worry about from like here down. So from right here, what I do, detail there. I don't see any water there, so I'll detail here. And then what I'll use is either the bottom frame, I'll either do this, use this, but what I really like to do is use this, especially on doors. It's another thing I see where other companies, they don't do this, and I've gotten jobs because of this. So this, and it's pretty dry, like that, and clean up that. So the bottom of the door is all super clean. But you can see even I've wiped that upper frame and there's still some droplets on it. That's one of my big pet peeves, is making sure these frames all look good. If your frames all look good, the customer is really happy. I think some people just forget about cleaning those frames. I don't use like a scrim or anything like that on commercial or bigger towels because I like the maneuverability of a small towel, especially if I have to put it on my pole. There's not too much to wrap around. I can also tie this to my pole tip like a bandana around a couple times, and then like that, if you're worried about your towel going and you're putting on like a long pole, then you have the ability that it's always held on, right, if you're doing that kind of detailing. So that's really nice as well. But I just find a scrim or that size of towel for detailing is just too big, and I always carry all of my towels in my back little pocket thing here on my belt, so these two surgical size towels fit perfectly. So for homes, I mostly use, as far as, let me get the screen out here. The screen is tight. So for homes, this home we do all the time. So we do this house every month. So for this type of house, I only usually use just the surgical towels. Let me do this. We're gonna show you why. I never have too much detailing to do. My biggest detailing comes down here, but like for this house, just a little surgical towel. Boom, your detailing's done as far as your window. But the big towel is really nice for like stuff like this. And you always know it's your dirty towel. You can clear out the track pretty well with it. You can really do pretty good. So, you know, with commercial frames and, you know, the bottom, put it down for, you know, to catch all your water. Inside houses, I usually carry around 2 of them. One to put below the window, and then one for just cleaning up my mess. And it works out really, really well. And then I'll show you kind of how I use the big blue one. I don't have that on me right now, but that one specifically is good for homes that are, you're not doing as much, and I'll show you that. So for houses, as far as rags go, this house has tons of bug spots, so I kind of clean the frames with that. So usually with these tops, I won't have to detail much, but I will show you kind of how the big bath towel comes in handy once again, and just how I use the detailing cloths that I do for residential. For me though, the big bath towel really helps out as far as, I don't like having like a bunch of hug towels on me. I know a lot of people say it's kind of gross wearing a bath towel, but a lot of old school guys do it. That's kind of who I learned it through, was old school window cleaners. So big towel, I've scrubbed all those, so I dry them and clean with that. And you see, all clean, all clean, all clean. Okay. So then for like down here, it's kind of similar. Stuff like this, that you see all these bug spots, right? So this happens here every July. All these bug spots, I don't know what it is. Every time I clean this house around July 4th, but today is about, what is it, July 8th today? So use those. And you could really use also like a, just a, what do they call it? Like, you could use some other type of towel for this stuff. You don't have to use a bath towel. I just kind of like how big it is. I like that I'm able to put it in front of a window inside of a house. There's just so many uses for it being a big towel, but I don't ever use it for detailing. Okay. Squeegee off our window. Now, I don't have very much detailing here to do, so most people would even leave what's left here. And sometimes I will, but rarely not. So that's where I really like the blue microfiber for, is for houses to get that 100% all good look. You see, okay, there's some water in it. It's all gone. But the thing I like about it that I've really noticed is that even when I use this, I never see any bleeding coming out of the towel. So it's super, super nice as far as that goes. Now the surgical towels work really well too. It's just that, I'll show you here. Okay, so then once again, big bath towel, right? Clean up that bottom edge. Sometimes you get that soap residue come over the towel and back on the window. And you just give it a little second wipe there. So with the surgical towels, they're great but they don't absorb as much. They're just, I think they're perfect for commercial, but it's small in your hand. So if you don't like such big things, such as a scrim or some one of these blue microfibers, I would just use this. See, it does good, but I can tell, you won't be able to tell on camera, but it will leave like a little bit of residue behind. And then one other really nice thing about these towels is there's a bug spot right here. These towels are so abrasive, but soft abrasive, that you can take away little spots, even silicone fingerprints, where I find with these, I can't get fingerprints away easy. With this, it's almost like a magic eraser as far as being able to go in, detail the area, and get them off. This is the best microfiber I've ever used. I haven't used like the Ninja one and stuff like that, but I found these on a car detailing website through a friend who does a bunch of car detailing, and I just love them. And you see, they're pretty large. You could use one of these for a whole day, especially doing homes with a bunch of big bath towels, and you would be perfect. And even if you wanted to use it as to absorb water, it absorbs tons and tons of water. So that kind of like sums it up as far as towels go. There's not really much you could say about them. Those are just my favorite ones that I kind of showed you on a commercial job and a residential job. Other towels that are out there, this is called like a Blue Hawk towel. These are pretty crappy as far as they don't absorb much. They fall apart pretty easy. If you use them for a long time, you know what I'm talking about. These are the other type of surgical towel you can get. Not nearly as good as these blue ones, but sometimes, you know, the surgical towels will be these too. I find these, and I think these are at the raglady.com. I'll put the links down to all the websites so you can find all these towels at. Of course, you can find all sorts of towels at WCR too. I just don't personally like the Xero fish scale, or it's just not my thing. I just find they wear down too quickly. They're a good microfiber. I just find the other ones that I found at the Rag Lady and the Rag Company a lot better. And then of course, you know, you have all these microfibers, but a lot of microfibers I don't like touching just because of the dryness of our hands. I don't wear gloves during work a lot, so my hands get dry. But that kind of sums it up as far as the microfibers that I like to use. My definite favorite for commercial are just plain old surgical towels, and then for residential, these blue microfiber towels, and then always that big bath towel. So I hope this video has helped you guys in finding what the right microfiber is for you. And if you need any help, comment below and I'll help you as much as I can. Have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon.